In this video, we're going to answer the question, what's my current market value of my home in La Mesa, California? Stay tuned. In this video, we're going to use 3 resources, super specific, that you can use all for free to really get the current market value of your home in La Mesa, California. Now, La Mesa, California is kind of a unique community. It's part of the suburbs of San Diego County. La Mesa is somewhat of a unique situation because it's 2 zip codes, 91941 and 91942. It encompasses quite a large area because we have anywhere from small high density housing to larger parcels in different communities. We have homes that are near a lake. So we kind of have to take in all of those considerations when going to price a home. And what you're worried about is really what that current market value is. So let's get into step number 1 of a really easy resource, and probably everybody's going to use it. One of the biggest resources you can use is Zillow. Obviously, they have an algorithm on the back end that's actually just using comparisons based on square footage, beds and baths of the home that you live in. And they're going to give you some price ranges of what exists there. However, there have been known to have so many errors in this algorithm. Back in the day, at one point, Zillow was actually purchasing homes. The interesting thing, and what will never be public knowledge, is that they control the algorithm, and they were actually pricing their algorithm low at the time when they were in a buying spree. So at this current time, I don't have the knowledge of what their current algorithm is, but let's just say sometimes there's a lot of inaccuracies in the data that they use to provide you with the real home value. So that's a really simple way to kind of maybe start from a base point. The second thing is we actually provide a free tool as well. You can actually use what's my La Mesa home value, and you can actually just look up some statistics there. Now, it's similar but different than Zillow, and here's the reason why. We actually use public record data. What do I mean by that? Well, not every home goes on the market with a realtor and gets put into the multiple listing service. So you have homes that transfer on the private market, but those still are setting standards of price points that appraisers are using in a given marketplace, and those have to be accounted for. Now, some of those sales could actually hurt you, and what I mean by those is, let's say it was an iBuyer or somebody that actually just purchased as an investor a home on the market through a private sale. Those actually usually are under market and can actually hurt the value of your home, and you have to know that going in advance. So taking that all into account, our free tool at what'smylamesahomevalue.com can actually help you and see not only the price of your home, but how much equity that you have. So that's actually a really great tool to use. Now, you have to understand, everyone's going to be using comparables that are in the marketplace that are very, very specific, and they are unique to each community and neighborhood of La Mesa, California. The third tool, and probably is going to be your biggest value to come to the table and actually provide the price of your home for current market value, is to consult with a real estate agent. Here's what I mean by that. Now, I'm a licensed realtor in the state of California, specifically in the La Mesa community. So I have local community knowledge of every single home in the marketplace. Now, why can that make such a difference, especially in the East County section of San Diego? Because every single community is a little bit different. Let's take La Mesa, for example. The community of Mount Helix has larger parcels. Some of them are flat, some of them are view homes, some of them have ADUs. Those are quite unique. Now, you could go over into the Lake Murray community. Some of those are views of the lake looking westbound. Some of them are high density projects that are condominiums. Now we can go over into a community like the Village of La Mesa, which has some historic homes, which those vet a larger value than what a standard home might be in the area. The only way that you're going to be able to know that if your home separates in value from the rest of what's on the comparable marketplace is to really consult with a professional that can designate the differences between the uniqueness of your home and everything else that's on the marketplace. The reality is this: every home is unique and every home has a story, and a computer's not going to be able to provide that value of what is created by that unique story just by typing in some numbers. They're a good baseline, and they're a way for you to go ahead and get value and maybe a starting point to work from. But truly to get into the details of your home, you really have to consult with a real estate professional, someone that has local knowledge and that actually can give you value based on the current market conditions. One of the biggest reasons you need to consult with a real estate professional is because La Mesa is higher on average than the entire county of San Diego as far as median price point. So current as of the day of this recording, our average price point in La Mesa, California is $755,000. That is for the average home in La Mesa, California, and that encompasses both zip codes, 91941 and 91942. Now, obviously, we've come down from La Mesa's all-time high of an average price point of $867,500. Now, that's okay because that was the market's money, and every market has to adjust and every asset and investment has to adjust. We can't always go up in a straight line. But what is interesting to see is that La Mesa historically above San Diego County as a whole as far as median price point. Now, technically, we are actually within, let's just say, October 2021's numbers. We're within 1% of that median home price value. So what I'm saying is that we are now 3 years to the day until we all went into lockdown, and the housing market did some really amazing things in that time frame. But what you have to know is that we are actually still holding true to basically those numbers of what they are at that point in time. So if we go back to October of 2021, median price point was $750,000. And we have kept on increasing that median price point, or stayed at that number, for the better part of over 3 years at this point. And we can even go back to a 5-year average and then continue back even further. We are still at one of our highest median price points in La Mesa, California, statistically on average. So La Mesa is a great community to purchase in because one of the things always holds true. It's a highly desirable area. People want to live here, and it's a great community. So with all those factors, if you're looking to purchase a home, La Mesa has one of the greatest communities for investment for your asset, whether it be your home or if you're an investor, you can always actually rely on the fact that your asset's going to appreciate over time.